him.
Because the minute things get serious, or if I get nervous, I go funny. I'm just looking for that laugh.
Like, sometimes, like, I need you to be serious.
I need to calm down my comedy, and I say this very carefully. I just feel us, slipping away. Can I have a kiss?
I'm coming from Marido Island.
Strip clubs are fun. Okay, welcome back everyone. It is almost Halloween, so I thought it would be fitting to talk about the same show that I always talk about. I was planning on giving some background and some context as to what's going on in this episode, but what's the point? I can't follow any of it any better than you can. Everyone's on an island and they're all screaming at each other, and Jovi and Asuelu and Angela are all partying, and then some therapist comes out and puts a blindfold on Big Ed. Good job. Now everything's solved. So yeah, today we're just gonna sit back, relax, and take a glimpse into God knows whatever happens on this show. But first, I just want to quickly talk about today's sponsor, Factor. I've really loved the meal kits that I've received from Green Chef, but I also wanted other options for when I didn't have as much time. And since Factor and Green Chef are owned by the same company, I figured it would be a good idea to give them a try, and unsurprisingly, it did not disappoint. Their meals are fresh and never frozen. They can be oven prepared or ready in just 2 minutes in the microwave. Of course, everything is better in the oven, but in my opinion, either way you prepare it, the quality is miles ahead of any kind of pre-made or ready-to-eat meal that you can find at your local store, and this is delivered directly to your doorstep. Everything I've personally tried has been delicious, and to me it just tastes like a great home-cooked meal that's been reheated. And you'll never find yourself with a shortage of options using Factor, as their website allows you to really personalize your meals and stick to your nutritional goals. Anyway, if you'd like to get started with your Factor meals, head on over to factor75.com or click the link below and use coupon code QUICKSLICE50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Again, that's code QUICKSLICE50 for 50% off your first Factor box. Alright, now let's see, where were we?
Where do babies come from?
We're going to learn a lot about that today, I promise you. I promise you.
That was not as funny as you think it
I'm
is.
asking for a friend.
I am like not in the mood for jokes at all.
Where do babies come from?
Ed's perception of himself is that he is a comedic genius, and I think he firmly believes that, all the way from the bottom of his big toe to the top of his teeny tiny little hair spike that he's got going there. The problem is, not only is Ed not funny, but he's a douche. And even though he doesn't draw a crowd like he used to at all, they keep bringing him on the show and putting him through different forms of therapy that just makes him even worse.
Put an eye pillow over your eyes. So I'm going to hypnotize you, and then I'm going to instruct your soul to take you back to a lifetime that you had.
Are you hearing this? What is going on? She's gonna instruct Big Ed's soul? We should stay far away from his soul. Quarantine that thing. First of all, she said hypnotize. I don't know what hypnotizing means. I don't know what that means she's gonna do to him. I guess it just means let him wallow in self-pity and boost his ego. Because what happens is she puts him to sleep, and then he tells some story about how he went to some really sad place and everybody was making fun of him.
And I want you to start by taking a really deep, easy breath. 3. You're now in a deeply relaxed state. You'll be able to remember everything.
Alright, so Ed falls asleep, and this lady who definitely knows what she's talking about tells him to look into his past life, and then Ed tells some tale about being in the year 1669 and being in some sort of circus and everybody making fun of him. And it's very clear that all Ed really wants to do is just sit around and feel bad for himself, and for whatever reason this lady is engaging in all of this and encouraging it.
Tell me what you see. What do you know? What do you know?
I think I broke my nutsack.
I don't think I've ever had a leprechaun, honestly.
Alright, well, we're not getting anywhere. I don't really know what's going on. Let's see what else is happening on this show. Let's check in with Jovi, huh? What's the good old Jovinator up to?
You've never been to a strip club, right?
Yes.
Alright, well, why did I think he was going to be talking about anything else? Now, here's the thing. Asuelu has never been to a strip club in America, and once Jovi figured that out, he never shut up about it. To Jovi, that's basically as bizarre as someone telling you they've never tried water.
Somewhere we not allow that. I feel like I want to go because, it's a boys' time, we try to go and have fun.
Okay.
It's a boys' time.
Yeah, you know what, Asuelu? You deserve a night out. You've worked hard at being a father and a husband. You've done so much, you know? I think you deserve one night out with your friends at the strip club. What harm could that do? I'm sure your kids aren't going to be deeply embarrassed when they inevitably watch this with their therapist in 10 years.
Going to a strip club is essential to learning American culture. I think for someone like Asuelu, taking him to the strip club could be good. I want to, open his eyes.
Yeah, Jovi, you're totally right. That's exactly what Asuelu needs right now. A guy who cheated on his wife like 10 times. He needs to be introduced to strip clubs. That'll be a great way to mend his relationship with his wife and kids. What a wonderful idea. That's Jovi's answer to everything. You could go up to him and be like, hey, Jovi, I need help passing my SATs. And he's like, you know what you need to learn about? Strip clubs.
Strip clubs have beautiful women, good music. Last time I took Yara to a strip club, I got slapped in the face.
Once Jovi gets the idea of strip clubs on his mind, he gets this goofy little smile pasted on his face. And here's a little bit of information you may not have known about Jovi. He said that before he met Yara, he went to a strip club, and after meeting one of the women there, he decided to fly her to Jamaica for vacation for the weekend. Alright, okay, you see what happens when you tell him about these things? Asuelu's mind is not meant to handle such things. Anyway, what else is going on here?
You wanna try the bed to see how, you like it?
Uh-oh.
Let's try the bed.
Try the bed, Gino.
Let's try the bed to see if you like it.
Okay, let's see.
Should we bring Ed?
No.
Why not?
Absolutely not.
He called me a bitch.
I don't want to exclude him just because we don't like him or whatever. I think he should come with us.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to him.
Really? They're seriously thinking about bringing Ed along? What's to gain from that? Why would you ever do such a horrific thing? Jovi, Ed, and Asuelu at a strip club is one of the worst combinations I can imagine.
If Ed breaks the rules, look, Asuelu already know. We're going to roll him out. We all know he's shaped like a ball, so we just, instead of them picking him, trying to lift him up, I don't want to hurt my back. I'm going to roll him out of the club.
What a mean thing to say. Ed isn't shaped like a ball. It's more like a buoy, I'd say, and a very good buoy at that. You should really learn to think before you speak and hurt people's feelings.
Yo, I can't ride back.
Oh, I'll call us a car. No big deal.
Okay.
Are we going to the stripper?
No stripper tonight.
Not yet.
Not tonight.
That's going to be for another night,
We have
okay?
to go.
Yep, you see what they've done? Now that's all he can think of. It's all that's on his mind. They've created a monster, or actually more like they've added to the they've made the monster worse. He's in his second phase now.
I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I'm not gonna cheat inside the strip club.
Good for you, I guess. You're not going to cheat on your wife for the 11th time when you go out to a strip club. I guess you deserve a little congratulations.
Hey, driver! Good. Can you drop us to the stripper, please?
Asuelu, that's not tonight.
You're going to be telling him this for the rest of the night. His attention span resets after 3 minutes.
Have you seen the size of Jovi's mouth?
So then for some reason this lady breaks out a cucumber and a peach, like this is some sort of middle school sex ed class. Are we supposed to believe that a cucumber and a peach can help or save any of these relationships? I mean, come on, I'm tired of this. What are we doing? Although, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure Asuelu has plenty to learn from this.
You need to use lubricant.
Lubricant? It's a boys' time, Lido Island.
Do you have any idea why there are no diving allowed signs near hot tubs, huh? Do you know? You know, you walk up, you see that, you're like, who would actually dive in here? Who's dumb enough to do that, huh? Why do they have to even put that?
Look at me.
Yeah, I got a new hat.
I've been here before. I have a elf, a leprechaun costume, and I'm alive, but I'm buried.
Aw, poor little Ed. He sees himself as a leprechaun, and that's why he's such a douche. I never really thought about it that way. Instead of Ed becoming a better person, we should just feel bad and let him do whatever he wants since he was a leprechaun in a past life.
My purpose is to access the subconscious because then Ed is able to identify his soul lessons, why we are here in this lifetime. And then I'm able to do the healing with him.
Interesting, so I guess this is what it looks like when Ed identifies his soul lessons. Is this his leprechaun summoning posture?
Do you know what year it is?
1669. I was small. I was like a dwarf, like that big.
So you mean like the way that you are now? I don't even understand. I'm not trying to be funny, by the way. That's just, I don't understand what he means. Yeah, I was about 5 feet tall in my 50s, really small, you know, not big, you know, kind of shaped like a buoy.
Like adorable.
Like a performer in a circus. I was alone. I was
Yes.
a lonely performer.
Okay.
And they threw me in a hole. They threw me away.
Yes. Wow. She's acting like she's had some sort of revelation. This is literally just the ramblings of some guy who wants you to feel bad for him and gain sympathy so he doesn't look like the bad guy. Isn't she a therapist or some kind of like dream inception mind therapist or something? Like, shouldn't she know what manipulation looks like? If I was a rodeo clown in my past life, do I get to just be an asshole all day on TV? Is that how this works? So hey Liz, Ed has made some mistakes, but today we just learned he was a fucking leprechaun 300 years ago. Does that make everything better? You guys should get married now.
What was the soul lesson that came through that lifetime on into the cell memories of this lifetime again?
That I'm not loved.
Yes.
No! What are you doing, lady? What the hell? What? You're telling me the lesson is that he's not loved? That's what you're coming away with here? He's learned nothing. All that has happened here is she's reinforcing the same victim complex that he's had this entire time. The reason that people don't like Ed and that people have a problem with Ed has nothing to do with his appearance. I don't doubt that he was bullied and picked on when he was growing up, which is truly sad, but also he seems to just constantly use that as some sort of excuse for his current behavior.
Send that love to him.
Yes. I feel sorry for him.
It's gonna be the first time
God, I almost had a heart attack. I don't think I'm ever gonna be fully prepared to see Angela, to be honest. As soon as I see her and hear that voice, I'm just in fight or flight mode instantly.
When I get triggered, I sometimes can be too aggressive.
Really? When has Angela ever been too aggressive? Do you know? I can't think of one time. Anyway, that is it for today's video, but don't worry, part 2 is on the way, where we get to see how the whole situation with Ed and Jovi and Asuelu in the strip club unfolds. Before I go, I just want to give a quick reminder to check out the podcast for those who are interested. Episodes are posted every Thursday. And also on Patreon, I'm going to be posting a Halloween related video pretty soon, so don't miss that. Lastly, I just want to say thanks one more time to Factor for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.
It's a boys' time, you know. We try to like go and